Good morning. Happy Monday. I don't think there's much more to talk about for the situation that's underway now. I mean, that's the definition of a bust. I mean, yeah, everybody busted. That's all right though. But here we go. This isn't even hitting the ground up here in northern counties. You can see with this radar. So all this, anything that's not darker blue, is not even hitting the ground. So this is just get a hit again. Central Delaware, extreme south New Jersey. You'll get up to 8 inches of snow. Nobody's getting over a foot. So suppressed storm, not that impressive. I think we can close the books on that one. All right. So let's take a look at the rest of the period now. Look ahead next couple days. We'll look at last night's European model. So here's our rinky-dink storm system coming through. Cold air, high pressure and control through the rest of the week. Frigidly cold all week. And we are in March. Remember, when I say below average, it's not as cold as it would be in February below average, but still, it's going to be cold out there, especially this week. This is a January air mass. We have to watch. I talked about this last week, if you remember, and it's not really on every model. It's not really on any models, but the way this winter's gone, it's the storms you don't see in advance that end up coming. We have to keep an eye on a storm system that's going to develop on Thursday down the Gulf. It's a southern branch system, and the question is, does it interact with any northern branch energy? If it does, we could see a little bit more of a significant system here. And last night's European tries to get a little bit of interaction between the two branches, as you can see right here. It tries to bring this branch and try to interact a little bit with that branch. Not every model agrees with that, but that would produce some accumulating snow for our region. If you wind this up a little bit more, because this piece of energy is so impressive, if you really collapse this in more and pop this ridge up a little bit on the west, you'd have a pretty significant snowstorm. But I can't call for that now. I mean, we have a hard time predicting the weather 24 hours in advance, let alone 100 hours in advance. But just food for thought. I'm watching the situation. A few of the Canadian weather ensembles are showing a storm. The Europeans hinting at it last night. GFS doesn't have anything. So it bears watching, that's for sure. And that energy is going to be hitting the country tomorrow. So let's see what happens. It could be a little interesting with this pattern. In any event, the cold weather is not going away anytime soon. These are departures from average. This is the next 5-day period. Departure from average in south. You see it's very cold. And I go to the 3 to 8 day period. It still stays very cold. Okay, 5 to 10 day period. It still stays very cold. This is up to March 13th. Okay, 7 to 12 day period. It still stays cold. 9 to 14 day period still stays cold. 10 to 15, 11 to 16. So cold weather is here to stay for March. I'm very confident in that. The averages are higher than what they would be again in January and February. So when I say it's if it's 10 degrees below normal, it's not going to be 15 degrees out. It'll be maybe high 20s, low 30s. So keep that in mind. I just by experience, after March 15th, it's very hard to get a big snowstorm. The sun angle's stronger. Usually the jet stream's not as powerful, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep my eye on Friday, see how that develops, keep you updated on that, and we'll keep monitoring this pattern through the rest of March. This is definitely something that could end with a bang. So let's see what happens, and let's forget about what just happened today. Thanks for checking in.